Alright, y'all. Welcome to the second episode of Redfern Real Talk in the Camper. Okay, little reminder here, or little PSA, alright? This is the last episode of Redfern Real Talk in the Camper, alright? I'm selling this bitch. Woo! Don't get me wrong, camper living is great, but we need to try something new. We just need a new beginning in a new city, alright? So, tomorrow, Tuesday, my lease starts in Covington, Kentucky in an apartment, and I am super pumped, alright? I spent all weekend painting the room because I went and looked at the room, and it was like a really dark blue, and I'm like, dog, this is depressing. So, me and Brooke and my new roommate, Gillian, she's 25, she's super cool. We went out to the bars that night, and let's just say Gillian is great. So, yeah, we painted the room. I painted it like a light pinkish, and hopefully the landlord likes it. I did ask him if I could paint, and he said yes. So, yeah, last episode in the camper. Take a good look around, folks, because we're about to sell this hoe. And I actually think my boss is going to buy my camper. I was debating on just keeping the camper, but then again, I didn't even take the camper out that much in the summer. So, and if I do end up traveling for work, I'll stay in a hotel. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, new beginnings, dude. It's like bittersweet. Kind of makes me sad, but then again, it's always this time of year where shit just starts to change. Like, I was looking at my Snap memories, and it was like I think it was 3 years ago, or maybe 2 years ago today. No, 3 years ago today. Like, I moved down to Florida on the same day. And it's almost like the same day that I'm moving into the apartment in Covington. Alright, so let me go ahead and describe the living situation here. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of the app like Roomster, but that's where I found my past three roommates, alright? So, my first roommate, the one when I lived down in Florida, found her off Roomster. And then the second one also found her off Roomster. And then the third one, here's a living situation in Covington, where I'm going to move, Covington, Kentucky. So I was looking on Roomster and I found this house. It's like three stories. It's a pretty big fucking house, alright? And then there's two guys living on the second story, and then upstairs it would be Gillian and me, my new roommate. So the two guys downstairs, they're super cool. I met them. They're like 24, 25. Actually, I think they're both 24, and then Gillian's 25, so I'm 24. And I think it's gonna be really fun living with other people. Like, yeah, I could go get my own place, whatever, but I genuinely enjoy living with people, especially like random roommates, because I don't know, I just believe in the luck of the draw, and if I'm like meant to live there, I'm going to, and I believe, I don't know, something good is just going to happen for me, especially living with people the same age as me. So, let's get it. All right. So, yeah, Saturday night, Brooke and Gillian were helping me paint like my new room. And then we're like, hey, like, let's go get some pizza and some drinks. So we got some drinks, some pizza, we're feeling pretty good. And then we walk back into the house, and one of my roommates, his name's Neil, he was like laying on the couch or whatever, like sleeping. And we come in there, and I'm like, what's up, Neil? Like, how's it going? Yada, yada. And he has this dog that he carries this dog around all the time. Like, I don't think I've ever seen the dog walk on all fours. Like, he just likes to carry this dog. And I'm a little tipsy, not gonna lie. And I'm like, we were just talking shit or whatever. And I don't know how it got brought up, but we were talking about fetishes or something. And I'm like, yeah, like, I have like a foot fetish, which it really isn't cap. Like, I genuinely do really like feet a lot. I don't do no weird shit with feet. I just like looking at feet. And he's like, come over here, like, let me show you something. And they had this whiteboard, and on it, he was like, it said, all fetishes accepted. And then at the bottom it said, except for feet fetishes. And I'm like, dog, like, no, that is fucking crazy. And so I guess Neil, like, absolutely hates feet. Like, I don't know what his deal is, but I took my sock off, and I'm like, dude, I gotta show you, this tattoo I have on my toe. Because I have a tattoo of a camel on my big toe. You get it, like, camel toe. And I was like, dude, look at this. And he's like, I don't want to see your feet. I don't want to see your feet. And I'm like, why not? And it was really funny. Anyway, he got freaked the fuck out by my feet. And, like, has his dog in his arm, and like he ran upstairs. So I'm like, oh my god, like I hope I didn't make him hate me because of this foot fetish situation. But yeah, I don't know. The next day we all got Skyline, like he went with us, so I guess we're good. But I guess I will be wearing socks around the house. It was fun. It was funny to me. Anyway, so I don't know when I'm gonna move in. I don't know if I'm gonna move in this weekend, or I'll probably just move in this weekend because my lease starts on Tuesday, and I really haven't packed any of my shit whatsoever. Like, I'm more of a person. I'm not gonna pack even if it's a vacation. Like, I will wait until the last hour to pack. So we're just gonna take it from there. Anyway, the 23rd of this month, I have a Botox appointment set up, which I am super excited for because I'm getting like preventative Botox. Like, you can tell because I hit the Riz base all the time. I'm always like this, and I think that's what's causing my forehead wrinkles. So I'm just gonna get some Botox right here, like preventative maintenance Botox, and then I want to get Botox like in my jawline, so like it looks super snatched. So I'm getting that done on the 23rd. And also getting my eyebrows laminated on the 23rd. See, I stack all my appointments on the same day so that I can just like take off a day and not have to worry about it for a while. And okay, anyway, my camera just decided to die on me, but we're back in business. So yeah, I have my Botox appointment set up, my eyebrow appointment set up, and then my fucking knee appointment. So my knee's been really bothering me. I think it's because like I lifted this heavy ass like bin plate by myself, and I think I twisted it wrong, and I haven't been able to run like at all. But I took like 3 days to like not walk on it, and it feels a lot better. So we're about to push it to its limits again and see if it fucking snaps. Because I'd rather it just fucking snap and me have to have surgery on it than me just be in constant pain every day. Anyway, speaking of surgical things, I really want one thing this year. Like, I don't know if you can call this a bucket list item, or just something I want to accomplish this year, but I have been thinking about it for like 6 months, and I really want a boob job. Like, fucking bad, dude. Like, it's been on my mind for 6 months straight, and usually if something's on my mind for more than 3 months, like, I try to pursue the action of doing it, because it means I really want it. Because I'll go through phases where I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and then a month later I'm like, oh, fuck that. But, yeah, I think this is something that I really want to do. I actually created, I created a GoFundMe on Christmas, and it said Christmas boob job, and I put the donation goal of like $10,000, and I was gonna post it on my Instagram story, but then I got like scared. I don't know why, and I just didn't end up posting it. But I might repost it. Like, I might just change the caption and repost it on my Instagram because like I really want a fucking boob job. Like, I think this is something that I 100% want. I've talked to like 2 guys about getting it. Like, I honestly, this has been on my mind for probably a whole year. Cause I talked to my ex-situationship about it. And I'm like, dude, like, I really want, like, a boob job. And he was like, why would you do that? Like, that's crazy. Like, why would you ever do that? Like, they're perfect the way they are. And I'm like, not the encouragement I was going for. You could have been like, yeah, like, you should do it. You know? That's why I really don't like telling people what I want to do. Well, I'll tell my friends what I want to do, but when it comes to men, I just need to quit telling men anything. So yeah, and then I told my ex, I'm like, I hung out with him like a couple weeks ago. I don't even know when's the last time. It was whenever ago, but I'm like, hey, like I want to do that. Like I told him, I'm like, hey, I want to get a boob job, and he's like, that's fucking stupid. Blah, blah, blah. So maybe they just don't want me to look a 10 out of 10 because then I won't go back. I don't know what the fucking issue is, but I don't think that they want me to look really good is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Because I think if I got, like, a boob job and then this Botox, like, my looks are going to be, like, 15 out of 15, skyrocket a little bit. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, so that's definitely something that I'm trying to do this year. And honestly, I think if I did post it on my Instagram, I think I could get at least, like, $5,000. Like, I swear. So I might do that. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should do that and if you think I'll get the money. Honestly, I'm pretty confident that I will get the money for it. I mean, I have the money for it, but do I want to spend my own money on it? Hell no. I'd rather take someone else's money and do it. But, yeah, I think it would look really good on me. And I think people are just being fucking haters about it, alright? So, yeah, boob job is in the workings. Abs are in the working as well. I'm pretty close to having abs. Like, you can definitely see a visible outline. Like, I've been hitting that fucking gym, right? Like, this is my year where I'm going to look the best I've ever looked in my entire life. So, body is on the come up, okay? Um, dude, honestly, I want to get, like, I want to get a theme song for the beginning of the podcast, alright? I don't know what it should be, because the name's Redfern Real Talk. And you can't use like songs that exist because they'll get copyright, right? So I don't know. I asked one of my ex-boyfriends. His name's Matty B. Matty B. I don't think he watches my podcast, but he might. Who knows? But yeah, Matty B. He actually used to live in Covington. We dated for like 2 or 3 months, I think. I don't know. I think it was more of just like a summer fling. But yeah, I remember the first time he asked me to come over. I like went over to his house and he like had his computer up and he had like this DJ mixer thing and he's like I have a few songs like that I make like DJ things. And I'm like, what do you make them on? Like, what's it on? He's like, SoundCloud. So, you know, I did my investigating. I looked his shit up on SoundCloud and honestly, he's really not that bad. Old Matty B. But yeah, I texted him like a couple weeks ago and I'm like, hey Matty B, like, can you make me like an intro to my podcast? He's like 100%. Like, I'll do it. And I just wish you guys knew who like Matty B was, cause like this man just cracks me up, okay? Like, he acts like the lights are on but no one's home. But he's a lot fucking smarter than he comes across. And I know he's like secretly a genius, okay? So shout out to Matty B, I guess. I could tell you a really funny story about when we dated over the summer. Okay, hold on. Let me just rip my vape real quick before we get into this, because this is some crazy talk, alright? This was back in my era of Emma being a psycho fucking menace, alright? But, yeah, so we all decide to go camping and, like, tent camping in Lake Cumberland and rent a boat. And I've never met his friends before, so that's my first mistake, going on, like, a small vacation with people I don't fucking know, alright? So it's me, him, like, 3 of his friends who were, like, in their mid-30s, and mind you, I was, like, 22 at the time, I think. Maybe 21. I was 22. And we go down there, and they rent this boat, we're hanging out on the boat, and I'm, like, starting to drink a little bit, and I, like, wanted to jump in the water from the boat, and, like, these people were being sticks in the mud, okay? Like, my maturity level at 22 was not all there, and I was a menace to society, and then you got, like, these mid-30-year-olds, like, telling me what I can and can't do. Like, I was trying to jump off the boat, like, you know, go swimming or whatever in the lake, and they're like, don't jump off the boat, and I'm like, fuck you, bro. So, by the time we get back, like, I'm fucked up, and, like, I'm so tired of hanging out with these people, alright? So, I start walking my ass back. Mind you, I left my fucking shoes on the boat. We literally had to drive, like, 35 minutes from our campsite to get to this fucking boat. So, I'm walking barefoot up these fucking hills, like, trying to make my way back just by walking. And I don't know, I get like 3 or 4 miles down the road of just me walking. I don't know where the fuck they went. Like, I think they already went back to the campsite. Basically, they saw me walk off, so they're like, oh yeah, like, fuck her or whatever. Like, we're not gonna try to find her, which, whatever. I don't blame them. Well, I blame Matty B, because he should have been like, oh, maybe I should, like, look for my girlfriend who, like, could be dead in the woods or just walking down the road barefoot. But, whatever. We're not gonna blame him. This is my fault. I shouldn't have walked off. Anyway, I'm walking down the road, it starts to get evening time, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, dog, like, I'm finna fucking die out here. So, what do? let's throw up the fucking hitchhike. I'm like, dog, I gotta get back before it gets super dark out, because I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I don't know where I'm gonna walk to. This is like probably a 3-hour fucking walk if it's a 35-minute drive. So what do? Throw the fucking come get me sign out. So this truck pulls up and he's like, what are you doing out here? And I'm like, man, I got off the boat. Me and my boyfriend, like, got in a fight. Like, I'm just trying to make it back to my campsite. And he's like, where are your shoes? And I'm like, I have no idea. And he's like, well, I'll give you a ride. Like, where's your campsite? And I told him where my campsite is. So this random old man, he is so fucking nice. He gives me a ride all the way back to the campsite. And he's like, I don't know how you planned on making it. And I get in the truck, right? And I fucking look at the bottom of my feet. They are ate up. Like, I'm literally, like, damn near about to walk on my bones. Because I was walking on the road barefoot. And that whole summer, my feet were just fucked up. I could barely walk on them. So he takes me back to the campsite, right? And they're all sitting by the fire. Or no, they didn't even make it back yet. So I get back to the campsite, and I'm so fucking pissed off at this point. Hold on, don't judge me for this. This is like crazy psycho bitch Emma, me walking like 3 or 4 miles and then having to hitchhike to get back to the campsite. I get back to the campsite, I go to my vehicle, I pull out the fucking one pocket knife I had, and I slayed his fucking tent, dude. I fucking went ham on his tent. I fucking fucked his tent up, alright? I honestly really don't feel bad, because fuck all those people. And then he, like, came back. They all came back, like, as soon as I got done doing the deed of fucking up the tent. And mind you, this tent was, like, his friend's tent. And I told him, I'm like, hey, we can just use my tent. He should have just used my fucking tent, because I wouldn't have fucked up my own tent. Anyway, they get back as I'm, like, cutting up this tent. And me and him are fucking, like, screaming at each other, yada yada. So I'm the one that drove there. And I just get in my vehicle and I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. And, like, I drive my ass home. Should I have been driving? Definitely not. But I had to go somewhere because I slashed the fucking tent. So, yeah, I guess that night he, like, slept in a hammock or whatever. And his friends probably thought I was the craziest fucking bitch alive. And then they tried to Venmo request me for, like, half the campsite and half the boat, like, of my purchase, or, like, of my part. And here's the thing, they said that they were gonna pay for it all, and that I didn't have to pay for anything. So after I threw my bitch fit, they just decided, like, oh my god, like, let's try to charge her for the whole trip. And I'm like, fuck you guys, like, don't ever try to Venmo request my ass when you already said it was free in the first place. So I think I sent back $1 and was like, go fuck yourself. But, yeah, those were back in the good days when Emma did not give a fuck. A flying fuck. I'm smart enough now. I'm to the age where I'm like, yeah, I don't partake in any of that shit. I don't hang out with people that I don't know. Don't go on vacations with them. Absolutely not. Let me just take a drink of my nasty ass cold brew here. But yeah, after all that happened, like, I think Maddie B just accepts that I am who I am. And, like, we'll still talk here and there. Like, we're cool now. Like, after that whole situation, like, I apologize and I offer to pay for the tent for him to pay his friend back. So, we're cool and it's all chill. Good times though. Good times. So, anyway, Maddie B, if you are watching and you want to make a DJ intro for my podcast, I'd love you to, dog. I would absolutely love it. Okay, so I was definitely hesitant to move to Covington or just even move anywhere because I have stated, but I still stand on the fact that I want to move to Miami in May of 2025, right? And I don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to work out, but I just thoroughly believe and trust, like 100%, that I'm going to move to Miami in May, right? So when I was looking for, like, places to live and stuff on Roomster, I don't know, I guess this lease is only until May. Like, it's only like I'm picking up someone else's lease, and I can stay until May because that's when the lease ends, and then if I wanted to, I can go month to month after that. So, I don't know. I just find it oddly weird how perfect that fucking lease works out for me and how perfect the location is and the people I'm going to be living with is. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the stars are fucking aligning for me, alright? Um, but yeah, just trust the process. Anytime in life when I'm like, dude, like I want this, I just don't know how it's gonna work out. Anytime like I'm in that mentality and I just like 100% believe and know it's going to work out, it always fucking works out. Because I'm ask Brooke, like she says all the time, like I can point out like a stranger that we meet and I'll be like, nah, like that dude has like bad intentions, like off rip. I just fucking know. And she's like, well, you're always right. And like damn straight, like somehow this shit is just going to fucking happen for me. And I'm already in this mentality, dude, where I feel like I'm retired right now. Like I'm just working for fun. Like I don't know, like yeah, I still need to work to make money and shit, but like I just feel like very soon it's going to happen for me to where I'm not going to have to work anymore and I can just do whatever the fuck it is that I do. But I used to live in Florida before, like down in Sarasota and shit, and I really fucking love fishing. So when I moved down there, let's just assume I'm already a millionaire, okay? I want to buy a fucking boat and I want to fish all motherfucking day. And I want to do like some Pilates classes and shit. Like, I just want to live a fun life where I fucking fish all day and get super ripped and super tan. So that's kind of the goal for 2025. Don't ask me how it's going to work out, but it's going to. And if you know me, it happens, alright? So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. But I don't know. I'll be so honest though. Like, I really do fucking love my job. Like, I love waking up in the morning and going to work. I love the people I work with. Like, I don't know. Everything in my life, I'm really, really enjoying right now. Like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I'll just find myself fucking crying. Like, obviously when no one's around, you know, but like, sometimes I'll just fucking cry because, like, I am just, like, really happy and, like, I just feel like this gratitude and I'm like, dude, like sometimes I don't give a fuck if I get what it is that I want. I'm just like, dude, like I am just really happy where I'm at right now. And yesterday I spent like 2 days painting and I was tired as fuck. Like tired as fuck. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my god, like I kind of want to call a man right now. Like, I just want, like, a boyfriend. Anytime, like, I want to talk to a man or, like, I want some physical attention, it's either A, I'm drunk, or B, like, I'm just super freaking tired and mentally, like, exhausted. And I made a TikTok about it last night, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to throw that into my subconscious because I don't need a man right now, but if you're my family and you're watching this, scroll past this part because we're about to get into explicit details. Anyway, let's just go ahead and say I have not been fucking laid in 3 fucking months, alright? It was obviously from my ex that I last had encounters, sexual encounters, but I don't know. I think I'm just tweaking out a little bit because I feel like I need some male physical attention. And it's like, oh, you could go out and fuck whoever you want. Like, yeah, I definitely could, but it's not going to do it for me if I don't really like the person. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like I've like gone out on dates and stuff, but it's really hard for me to talk to someone or to like someone if they don't have specific qualities that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just hang out with someone and there's like several things wrong with them that bother me every single fucking day and I'm like and I don't know, I just think I know specifically exactly what I'm looking for and like I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna settle for less just to scratch my itch. Cause it's I don't know, like I definitely need to get laid, but it has to be with someone who I like. Like it has to be an emotional connection. I can't just no, I can't do the just fucking hit it and quit it. Just it's not going to do absolutely anything for me whatsoever. And I mean, I definitely don't want a boyfriend, But I guess if I kind of have the mentality of a man right now, like, I want someone that I can just hang out with. This is literally how men think. Don't fucking at me right now. But I just want someone to hang out with that I can, like, ask to, like, I can tell them, like, hey, come over, like, let's watch a movie. But, like, I don't want you to be up my ass 24/7. Like, I don't want to have to tell you what I'm doing every single day. I don't want you to be in my fucking business. I mean, maybe, yeah, if I, like, really like you, but I hate to say fuck buddy, but it's gotta be deeper than that. Um, I don't know. Maybe I just should not do that and mind my own fucking business also. I don't know. We'll just see how it all works out. But, yeah, that's basically my life right now. No hoes, absolutely none whatsoever. Um, yeah, it's rough out here. The dating scene is hard, and people are like, why don't you just get, like, a dating app? And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. Like, I pride myself on this. I have never had a dating app in my entire fucking life. Like, ever. Anytime I've ever had a boyfriend, I meet those motherfuckers out in the wild. Like, I think I just can't date or talk to a man who I know has been on dating apps. Cause, like, just imagine a man going through a dating app and he's swiping up on these women saying, like, oh, like, saying whatever it is they say on dating apps. And it's like, you're doing that all day just to find a woman. Like, that is so, like, needy to me. Like, I don't want my boyfriend to ever have a dating app. I don't know. I mean, I've definitely done enough shit for men to clap back and be like, oh, but you do this. But no, I don't want to meet people on dating apps. So I guess that's my stance on it. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I definitely talk to people when I'm out and about. Like, I don't care if they're strangers or not. Except when I'm in the gym. Like, when I see a cute guy in the gym and shit, like, I get so nervous. I don't know if it's just, like, the aura of the gym where it makes me nervous, but I don't know. If I see you in, like, Starbucks or Target, like, you best believe, like, I'll literally walk up to you and, like, say, hey, how's it going? But yeah, not at the gym, though, because there are some sexy guys at the gym. But, I'm not gonna try to hit the raise in the gym because it's just awkward in the gym. I think it's everyone's energy in there. It just makes it fucking awkward. Alright, so you know what I've been thinking about? I really want to go on, like, a TV show. I'd even do, like, a dating TV show. Like, I don't think I'm, like, fake enough yet to be on Love Island, but I would so be on, like, Love Island. I would love to be on Survivor, like, Bad Dude. Honestly, I'd go on any TV show. Like, I think that would be so fun. I think I have a great personality for it. Like, I think I was meant to go on a TV show. I don't know. Which one should I, like, try to apply for? Which one do you think I would get accepted on? Because I'm 24. That's like the prime time to be on a TV show. I feel like that's like the prime age where you get accepted to be on a TV show. So, yeah, I'm definitely thinking about trying to apply for one. I actually applied. Like, my old boss, he was like, you should be on The Circle. Is that what it's called? The Circle? Where you try. I don't know, like, the premises of it, but let me just look it up. I'm pretty sure it was called The Circle. The Circle. Circle TV show. Yeah, that's what it was. He was like, yeah, you should be on there. You'd be really good at it. I think it's where people. It's like a social media competition where you, like, pretend to be someone. I don't fucking know. Like, I wouldn't want to be on that, but, like, hey, if they're offering, I would totally be on it. But yeah, I applied for it because my boss was like, you should apply for it. And that was, like, last year, so yeah, obviously I'm not on there, so it didn't work. But, yeah, I should start applying to just random shit. Okay, also, what the fuck is going on with TikTok? Like, are we getting banned on the 19th? Today's the 13th. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 more days on TikTok. I'll be so for real. Like, I don't know if it's gonna get banned or not. Because they say this all the time, but I know it's, like, going through Congress and shit, and, like, they're banning it. And now everyone's talking about this app, like, Red Note. It's, like, a Chinese app, and I guess everyone on the app like speaks Mandarin, and they're basically telling the people from TikTok not to get on there, like the people who are already on the app. They're like, get the fuck off the app, basically. But you know what? If Americans start getting on an app, just know it's ours now. Get the fuck over it. This is our app now, alright? So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with TikTok. But either way, we'll figure it out. There's always gonna be a new app that comes out, so that's not really any of my concern whatsoever. But I do fucking love TikTok. I love doom scrolling. I love just swiping on the app. There's so much good shit on there. But speaking of TikTok, alright, dude, I don't I'm just gonna say this. So I don't know if you guys have seen my video on TikTok that went like viral over the summer. It's me finding like two pairs of like chick shirts in my ex's laundry. Like my ex-boyfriend that was like fucking insane. Logan, shout out to Logan because I know like he said he's gonna watch my podcast. But yeah, anyway, he he was at work one day and I found the fucking shirts in the laundry and I like laid them out on the floor and I made a TikTok. I'm like, hey, whoever's fucking shirts these are, like, come fucking get them. And so yeah, basically the son of a bitch was cheating. Whatever, I'm past it. I'm cool with him. I really don't have any hate towards him because I just know people have their own shit going on and I just really don't have the time of day to fucking hold hate for anyone. Like, there's no one that I'm thinking in my head where I dislike them so much to use the word hate. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck enough. And basically, the chick he was cheating on me with, like, I don't know. I found her on Facebook and I messaged her. I'm like, hey, like, are you fucking my boyfriend, basically? And it was like, yeah, like, blah, 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 blah. And I was cool with her or whatever until she started, like, she went back to him after that. And then, like, we just started, like, a World War III, like, arguing on social media, fucking texting each other, like, fuck you, whatever. And then, I don't know, I don't care anymore to, like, fucking argue with her. But she was fucking... I don't know if she knows that you can see when someone favorites your video. So I'm looking on my TikTok the other day. I'm like scrolling through it and I have all these notifications that she was like saving my videos to like her favorites. And like these are videos from like 2021. So I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, oh my god, like maybe she's starting to like me. Like I'm like, she's watched enough of my videos to the point where she fucks with me. You know what I mean? Because when you watch someone on the internet for so much, you like go through a love-hate thing with them. Like you can hate them at first and then you watch enough of them and you're like, yeah, like I fuck with this person. Like hell yeah. So that's like one of the situations I thought was going on. And I'm like, oh, maybe she like doesn't want to beef with me anymore. But I don't think that's the case. I think she just didn't know that I could see that she favorites my shit. And these videos that she was favoriting are fucking funny. Like, these are videos of me being, like, blacked out, like, just be doing shit. Like, I don't know, it's funny as fuck. And so I tagged her in a comment on one of the videos she favorited from, like, 2021, and I tagged her, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, like, I forgot about this video. I'm laughing my ass off. And then crickets, 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 crickets. She never, like, liked the comment, never commented back, so I think that she was under the assumption that people can't see, like, the videos you favorite. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought she was just starting to like me. So, I don't know. I think she thinks that we're, like, ops or whatever and that I don't not like her. Which, honestly, she was blowing up my shit, like, favoriting it all. So, I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to like her a little bit. But, yeah, either way, she did fuck my boyfriend. So, like, I'm not mad about it or anything anymore. But, yeah, there's that. But, so, mind you, after I found out that my ex cheated on me or whatever, I fucking went on Kiss 107.1, which is, like, the radio, like, the main radio station in Cincinnati. Like, I just randomly got this link up to go on the radio. It was actually through Logan that I found the link up to go on the radio. And I met this woman at the bar, and, like, she's super cool, you know, got talking to her, she works at the radio, and I'm like, hey, like, can you get me on the radio? Like, I was fucked up at the bar, I'm like, can you get me on the radio? Like, I love the radio. And so, I ended up going on the radio, and the producer, he like played the video that I posted of me finding out that he cheated. He played it on the radio, like on live air, and I don't know, it was just super cool because hella people listen to that radio station. So basically, what I'm getting at, like, if you fuck me over, like, I am going to come back 10 times stronger, and I'm going to be like, I will call you out. I will drag your ass. But, that's the only fuck shit I really be on, for real. But, yeah, I guess after that, I've learned just not to date people, and definitely watch out for love bombing. And if you think that they might not be cheating on you because it's like, oh, they have no time. Trust me, men will make time for anything. They will make time for anything. Even if you think you're with him 24/7, like, they're gonna make time to do some fuck shit if they want to do some fuck shit. But, like, let them. Literally, let them. Like, if they want to do it, fucking let them. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I'm not mad about it anymore. It was a really good, like, character development. And yeah, I ain't tripping. He is about to be my neighbor, though. Not, like, really neighbor, but we'll live, like, 10 minutes from each other. And actually, I, when I was in, last night, when I was in my era of, like, oh, I'm tired, like, I want to talk to a man. Like, I texted him, like, hey, like, call me. And then he calls me, like, 8 a.m. And I was still sleeping. I didn't go to work today because I was so fucking tired from painting 2 days in a row. And he calls me, like, 8 a.m. And I don't know even what he said. I think he was just like, hey, what's up? Like, you told me to call you. And I'm like, I'm sleeping. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm sleeping. But, yeah, I know people are like, don't talk to your exes. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I'm not, like, yeah, I will never get back with someone who fucks me over like that. But it's like, I don't know. Me and him were friends for a while before. And, like, I still like him as, like, a person. Would I ever date him? No. But I still genuinely, like, I know he's a good person. He just has some demons up here. Oh, that's what they do. They always got some demons going on. And honestly, that's on me for dating him when I probably should have known that. Probably should have known not to dabble in that. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Logan, I'm gonna tell this fun little story here. Don't get mad at me, okay? But the first time we went to this fucking concert together, right? And, you know, he was looking good, and we were in the middle of this concert. It was like some kind of festival in, like, Cincinnati, like, or I don't know, I forget what it's called, but it's like a 4-day festival, and this is like this summer. So we're standing there, I'm just looking at the dude, because he looks mighty fine, you know, and I'm looking at him, and I see these fucking, they look like hickeys on his neck, and I'm like, is that a fucking hickey? Like, I asked him, I'm like, is that a hickey on your neck? Like, what is that? He's like, no, like, this isn't a hickey. Visibly is a fucking hickey. He's like, no, that ain't a hickey, girl. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not a hickey? Like, that looks like a hickey. And he's like, no, like, I was doing some, tile in the pool. Like, I was doing some pool tile and, you know, I scratched my neck on the pool. How stupid am I, bro? Like, I was just like, oh, yeah, like, you just scratched your neck on the pool. That's why it looks like a hickey. Like, nah, dude, that pool had to be sucking on his neck for it to look like that. But, yeah, that was my first mistake, is believing that. So, that was my only downfall. You know, when you're kind of blindsided by love, you almost believe anything. But, yeah, it was a good learning experience, and I don't know, I feel like it's easier for me nowadays to, like, spot out dumb shit or, like, lies from men, obviously from going through that, and then also working with men. Now that I work with a lot of men, like, I don't know, I see their games, like, I kind of get the mentality of a man, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm almost in this fucking mentality of a man also, just by hanging out with men all day. Not hanging out, but working with men all day, like, I get it. I understand what they're trying to do mentally. I don't know. I get it. I get it. I don't really know how to further explain, but I don't know. I feel like that's been another reason why it's been hard for me to start talking to people and, like, trying to just date new people, because I'm like, I feel like there's always an ulterior motive. Like, obviously all they want to do is hit. And yeah, I'm gonna leave that at that. Obviously, like, yeah, like, the point for a man to want to talk to you is they want to crack. I mean, I know, and not all men are like that, yada yada. I know, like, there's not all men, there's some good men out there, but, you know, the basis of the point, they want to hit. So just don't let them. I feel like this would be fun to go over. So I just found this in my notes app. So I have a list of red flags in men. I've went over this with like a few select people, like a few select men. So here's my list of red flags in men. So first red flag that we have, these aren't really in too much of an order. Like there's not like 1 through fucking 15, which are the most important. First red flag listed, has a hatred for cats. So I feel like any man that hates cats, they have an issue with, like, being controlling. Or, because you know how you can't control cats? Like, any dude who's like, I fucking hate cats. Like, it's just because you can't tell them what to do and you can't control them. So, that is definitely one of the red flags. Next red flag is suspiciously too good at pool. Like, if I'm playing pool with a dude that I like and I see that he is, like, way too good at pool, it somehow connects to his ego and also tells me he spends way too much time, like, playing pool at bars. And I don't know, I think it's like a whole, like, subconscious thing. Like, if you're too good at pool, I'm just gonna assume you have a really big ego and a lot of things wrong with you. Next up, like sucking on nipples a bit too much. Any man I've met who likes sucking on nipples has mother issues, okay? It's just a fact, alright? Tits over ass. Likes tits over ass. That's explainable. Mother issues, once again. Next red flag. He dips. Okay? I had this ex-boyfriend. Let me just mind you, I got engaged at like 19 to this dude that I thought I was in love with. Well, I was in love, but I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with him. And let's just say that didn't happen. I'm not engaged anymore. But, he would dip, right? And it's always a red flag when men dip. Like, it always is a fucking red flag. Because he would also, like, I'd have a beer can or something. Like, we'd be drinking, and he would spit in my fucking can. And I think he did it on purpose. But I would drink that shit, and I'd, like, literally projectile vomit. So, men who dip is on the red flags list. Moving on. Men who wear the same bracelet every single day. Don't ask me why it's a red flag, but usually I've found men that wear the same bracelet every single day have fucking issues, alright? Next up, men who like anime. Very self-explanatory. Very self-explanatory. I don't fuck with anime whatsoever. Okay. Ick is a man wearing bowling shoes. It's just an ick. It's not a red flag. Likes anything watermelon flavored. I don't know. I fucking hate watermelon, and yeah, maybe it's just a me thing. I don't like watermelon, so I don't want you to like watermelon either. Next up, Kia Souls. That's on my red flag list. Obviously, I'm not going to talk to a man who drives a Kia Soul, but it would be a red flag if you drive a Kia Soul and you're a man. Next up, arm tattoos that are basic. And this one, I don't want to show you my armpit hair. I'm going to put my arm back down. Anyway, armpit tattoos. I mean, arm tattoos that are basic. So when you got like the lion, the rose, and the clock, it just tells me that you're not that smart. You're not that bright. Like, you're going to get the same fucking tattoo everyone else has. Like, use some creativity. Next one. Rock climbing. I have that one as my red flag list. I actually have a coworker who rock climbs, and I remember the first time he told me, he's like, yeah, I'm going rock climbing. And I'm like, dude, you're such a fuck. He's like, what do you mean? It's fun. And then the next day he comes into work and he's like bitching because he's like, my fingers are so sore. So now it's like an inside joke. Like, anytime like he bitches, I'm like, oh, did you go rock climbing last night? But yeah, I don't know why, but rock climbing is definitely on the red flag list just because I feel like you're kind of like a weirdo. But it's cool, I guess, sure. Next one, uses bliss text. I don't really remember why that's in there. I don't know. I just feel like if you choose to pick up a Blistex chapstick out of regular chapstick, any other chapstick, like, you're a fucking weirdo. Next up, men who order calzones. I think I had my last foreman, he ordered a calzone one time, and I think it was just the way he was eating and, like, chomping, like, I'm putting this in my red flags list, because it was annoying the fuck out of me. But anyway, how the fuck you just gonna be a man and order a calzone when, like, you can order a fucking slab of pizza, a fucking steak, like, you need an inverted pizza to, like, feel better about yourself, not feel better about yourself, but come on. What is going on here? You don't need to order a calzone as a man. Anyway. Oh, here's a good one. Only hits from the back. If you're fucking someone and they only hit from the back, just know he's fucking gay. He is fucking gay, or he thinks you're ugly. That dude just wants to see some cheeks. He don't want to see your fucking face. He might even be imagining another dude. So yeah, if he only hits from the back, that is the biggest fucking red flag I can hold up. And I always ask my friends that too. I'm like, oh, does he only hit from the back? And if they're like, yeah, I'm like, he's fucking gay. Dump him. Anyway, let's see. Next one up. Men who have barbed wire tattoos. Self-explanatory. You're obviously a fuck. Next one. Uses the Waze app. Oh, there was someone that I used to talk to that used the Waze app. I don't remember who it was. But I'm like, I don't know. I think I just called him, like, stupid for it. So it's not really that big of a red flag, but it's kind of a red flag. Like sun chips, that's the next red flag. I don't know, I feel like if you just choose sun chips as a man over, like, anything else, like some Dorito, like, say you're at Subway and you choose sun chips over Doritos, Ruffles, Lay's, or you can even get, like, the fucking, you can get the ones that have, like, lower fat. Like, you can get the barbecue Lay's that have lower fat, or, like, the regular Lay's that have lower fat, but, like, you're gonna choose sun chips, like, you don't... Why are you even eating sun chips? I don't know. Next one. Plays pickleball. I have that as a red flag. Honestly, I want to get into playing pickleball, but I don't know, just... I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm calling you out and you're everything on this red flag list. My bad. But, next red flag is drives a motorcycle. I'm not going to go too much into detail on that, but any man that I've talked to that drives a motorcycle, ego up here, their whole personality. Oh, I drive a motorcycle. Me and the boys are about to go to Sturgis. We're gonna do like a 15-hour-long trip, like me and the boys, motorcycle, vroom vroom. Me so cool, big muscle, motorcycle. And then they get fucked up at the bar, drive home drunk, and end up killing themselves. Like, I just think a motorcycle is the last thing that I ever want to be on, or a boyfriend to be on, just because I think they're literally a death trap. But if you like motorcycles, have at it. But it's just not for me. No hate. Or whatever. The last one, and I stand by this. 3-month rule. If he quittin', 3-month rule. If he hittin' and ain't committin', see you, loser. Get the fuck out of there. If a man is taking longer, honestly, than, like, 3 months to ask you out, get the hell out of there. Honestly, for me, personally, I'm like, 1 month. If it's, like, serious talking and I really like someone and they take longer than a month and a half to 2 months to ask me out, I'm like, I'm good on that one. Like, hello, do you not want to marry me right now? But, yeah, those are some of my red flags. For some reason, I feel like it doesn't help when I write them out because I just end up attracting every person that has those red flags. But, yeah, that's pretty fun for me. Right, so something on my bucket list this year besides getting a boob job is I really want to go skydiving, but I want to do it, like, over the ocean. So me and Brooke are going to go on vacation, because we go on vacation for each other's birthdays. Like, this year for my birthday, or last year for my birthday, we went to New Orleans. My birthday's in November. And then her birthday's in March. And then in March, I need to get my fucking passport updated because I think we're trying to go to Mexico or something. But, it would be cool if I could, like, I don't know if she'd go skydiving with me or not, but I want to go skydiving, like, on vacation. I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I definitely don't want to go skydiving in fucking Mexico because I can just see the news headline. 2 girls go skydiving in Mexico and fucking die. So maybe I'll do it in Florida or something. Because, I don't know, that's definitely on my bucket list. Just because, I don't know, I feel like it'd be so fun. And I don't know if Brooke would want to do it or not, but I'm gonna make her do it. Or I'll just be like, hey, we're gonna go on a private plane ride, like, just put this little parachute thing on, just in case we wreck or something, and then just take her skydiving. But, yeah, I want to have Brooke on the podcast next week because I'll be in my new apartment in Covington, and I have like this big ass like Redfern Real Talk sign. It's like this one, but it's like huge and it's metal, and I want to hang it up. And like, I kind of have a whole setup already, like a little nook area that I'm going to do the podcast in. So, I'm going to have Brooke on, and I might even have like, I'll see if my roommate Gillian wants to be on the podcast too. I might have her on. And I don't know, I feel like us three all hung out at the bar last weekend, or this weekend, and I feel like we had a really good dynamic. So this might be perfect for the podcast, alright? But yeah, I need to get my passport updated because I'm definitely trying to go to like Cancun or something because my little brother, he's also going to Cancun with his little girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend are going to Cancun in March. So I'm trying to line it up to where we're down there the same week and not even tell my brother I'm going to Cancun and just like stalk his location on the beach and just pull up and be like, hey Hudson. He's gonna be like, oh fuck. No, it'd be really cool though. I already told him I'm gonna crash his vacation, and I think he thinks I'm capping, but I am 100% not. One thing I will really miss when I move out is, I've already told you, like, the camper is parked behind, like, my family's home right now, because I'm building a hospital 20 minutes away from my family's home. So, I got the camper parked out, like, behind the house. And my little brother, he still lives at home because he's a senior in high school and he's 18. But one thing I will miss is that I go into Hudson's room every night and I freestyle for him. Like before, like I go to sleep, like I'll freestyle for that motherfucker and like just annoy him and piss him off. And I don't know, I'll really miss that. But yeah, we'll just see where it goes. I'll probably freestyle for my roommates and shit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's podcast of Redfern Real Talk, our second episode. We're gonna make it more of a short and sweet episode, and then next week when I get all my podcast equipment moved in to my new place, we're gonna go to Pound Town on the timing of this, and I'm excited because I'm gonna have Brooke on. I have some roommates on. So yeah, second episode of Redfern Real Talk. I'm gonna drop these every Monday, I think, and every week, obviously. But yeah, thanks for listening. Ciao!